Good morning, Colt Nation, and welcome back to your Colt Cast on September 23rd. And here we are. I'm Bryson Baker here again.
Landon Pun back.
Lewis Lindgren.
All right, boys. Let's just start off with we got a busy week this week coming up with homecoming. We got a lot of special events going on, like different days that we dress up. And today we're our dynamic duo day. Boys, let's start off with who's your duo?
Actually, me and Bryson right here. I came as Jeff Brum, came as Pat Kelsey, best duo in the nation. What can we say? You can't get better than that. How about you, Louis?
I'm duo with Chase Walters. I'm just wearing some like black sweatpants, white t-shirt. Pretty chill.
Yeah, really chill.
Yeah, real chill.
All right, so first thing we're gonna start off with is You want to start off with just talk about some Colt Fest. Big week, probably the most exciting event of the week. So far, looking at the events we have kickball, pickleball, volleyball, cam jam, flag football as your main one, like always. 3-on-3 street ball, a new one on an 8.5 foot rim, cornhole, spike ball, and dodgeball. All seem to be reoccurring ones from the past years, but really excited about this 3-on-3 street ball at 8.5 foot goal. How are y'all feeling about this?
I'm feeling good. I think there's going to be a lot of yams on, and I think there's going to be a lot of aggressive dunking, and it's going to be some good ball out there. I'll tell you that. It's going to be some hardcore ball. I'm not going to lie, but there will be some tough times on everybody's football team now because of the football people can't play. So that's going to be a major impact, especially when you got a Elijah House with they had Silas Jones playing, and now he's not going to be able to play. So hopefully, all the basketball guys still can play and come out there.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, really looking forward to this year's Colt Fest, especially the 3-on-3 street ball. It'll be interesting to see how they call fouls and whatnot. You know, who's gonna be reffing that. But yeah, looking forward to it.
And looking at Mazingi's flag football team, they don't have a team anymore. Now that the football players can't play, they're losing Cam Bischoff, Reese Davis, Daniel Ortega Vasquez, Dorian Bryce, and Jay Bowman. All they have left is Micah Freeman. And is he a threat? No. So I mean, I think that sucks for them, but it's also really good for the other houses because nobody likes Mazingi. But everybody else lost a solid one or two people from their flag football team. But man, Mazingi just took a hard hit on that. But looking at 3-on-3 street ball, they're looking pretty good, Mazingi. They already have Deshaun Harris, and I would not be surprised to see Cam Bischoff or Dorian slide over to 3-on-3 street ball. And also 3-on-3 street ball looks to probably be one of the better sports. You have a lot of people like Blake Pollock for Elijah is playing it. That's a big dude on a small basket. So that should be a pretty good one. What all do you all have to say? What do you all think is going to be one of the better teams for 3-on-3 street ball?
I'm gonna have to go with depending on what Mazingi does and how they move their guys around over there. I would say that they might be a little bit more dominant in the 3-on-3 basketball, but we never know because 3-on-3 basketball doesn't mean that we play actual basketball. 3-on-3 basketball means it's gonna be more aggressive. It's gonna be more hardcore basketball. So you really never know what you're gonna get on 3-on-3 basketball. It is street ball. You play hard. You don't look for fouls like that. You play aggressive, and hard. However, though, like Landon said, you have Elijah House. They got some height over there with Blake Pollock and Smothers. They got some very aggressive kids over there. But moving on to a body, let's see who they've got. They've got Hudson, they got Bowman, and they got Ryan, P. Ryan. I don't think they're looking as aggressive as I thought they would be, honestly. We have Ryan Age, who's on the basketball team. He's playing flag football, so if unless they make a couple changes, I don't think they'll be as strong. Going to Brandsma House, Tyler Jean Baptiste, Lawson Pun, and Brody Wanty. They got some strengths in there somewhere, but I really don't think that it'll be strong enough to capitalize the win for today. What do you think, Lou?
Yeah, I think Brandsma looks real strong. Um, yeah, with Ty on the team. But yeah, it'll be definitely be interesting to see how that plays out. And it'd be interesting to see which football players switch over to basketball because I think that'll make a big difference in how the teams look. But yeah.
All right, so we're gonna hit up one last sport on over this, just a little review. So, of course, we need to hit up flag football. Always the main event every year, but a little change in it this year without having football players, which I don't know if we've ever done that since my time here. So I'm kind of glad makes it a little bit more fun for some of us. But so let's start off with the body. Ryan Age, Harrison Hook, Bryson Giddings, Colin Yurt, Fry, and Watson. So with Age and Hook, my guess is Age would play QB. He's got a pretty good arm, and Hook's a little fast, so I'm expecting them to really capitalize on each other. I don't see much more going on in that, but Age and Hook will make a big difference in that team and probably carry that team around. So Bransma, Matt Mulhall, Trey Benoit, Owen Nutter, Jaden Parks, H. Cotner, and C. Young. I don't know about this team. Really got one speed threat, and you really need speed in this flag football. That's what helps you win a lot. So I mean, really first round exit for Brandsma, I'm feeling. But now on the big winner, in my opinion, Elijah, Bryce, Bryson Baker, and myself, Caden Childs, Jackson Compton, Drew Dietz. But we do have to take out Silas Jones now that he's on the football team. But I mean, what can you say about this team? We got size, speed, and strength. I mean, I also think we take the dubs easily. I mean, between me, Jackson Compton, Caden Childs, and Bryson, I mean, we can just throw the ball up, and I'm gonna say we were gonna catch it. All right, so now Kalinowski. Let's get Louis' opinion on Kalinowski.
To be honest with you, I don't think Kalinowski looks too strong this year. I'm not recognizing most of these names on this list. They do have Ethan Reardon.
They're gonna be missing Caleb and Ian though.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not looking too good for Kalinowski this year. Moving on to Mazzini. Lots of names I don't recognize, I'm gonna be honest with you. So yeah, I'm not sure if they're looking good or not. Yeah. So yeah, losing a lot of names to football, especially, and beyond that, like, yeah,
They don't even have a team right now.
they don't have a team. Moving on to Pereira. Pereira looks solid. I'm not gonna lie, he looks solid. Griffin Cummings out there, Miguel Cummings, they're looking pretty good. On to Rabada, my own house. I would say we are looking pretty solid. Not gonna lie, we got TJ Heil, Friedman. We're looking pretty good. And on to Spagnoli. They're losing a lot of their team to football.
Team though.
Yeah, they do have some size with Jackson Wallace. You got Derek Pearson out there, some more size. Not a lot of speed though. On to Thomas House. They are looking not great. Not great to say the least.
Big Mac might
Big Mac, yeah. Yeah, I can see it.
And that's all we have for your Bryson's got this.
And that's it for Colt Fest this week. We have a lot of exciting things going on in KHSA sports as well. Our football team took the dub over Southern High School this past Friday, beating them 44-0. But we do have a stat line out there, and it's floating around. And we have Kingston Merritt, number one in the state for receiving yards. He has 658 yards this year already, and still yet to come. And we also have Mr. Cameron Bischoff, our quarterback, who is fourth in the state for passing yards. He has 132 passing yards, and whoa, no, I'm sorry. He averages 259 passing yards a game, and that's just on me, guys. That's a heck of a stat there. These guys, they work hard off and on the field. You can really see their dedication and time that they put into the game, and I can't wait to see what the end of the season stat line is yet to hold, because these numbers are still climbing and climbing each day in each game.
Congratulations to those guys, and we cannot forget what happened Friday night. Cameron Bischoff passed up Peyton Moulter, class 2024, on breaking the all-time passing yards record. So, which is pretty amazing. What was it? What was it? What was it? How many yards was it? Like 3,000. I think he's around 3,300 yards, 800, somewhere around that. Something crazy, to be honest. When he's only got to think about Cameron only started his junior year and just this year, really, because he battled injuries his freshman and sophomore year. So really, only about a year and a half of experience to surpass that record already at like a school that's been known for football. I mean, it's really impressive, to be honest. So, I mean, what do you have to say about that, Louis?
Yeah, I'd say I'm really proud of all the guys for all the hard work that they put in. Yeah, and it's great to see like how their work has shown out, in the on the field and everything. And yeah, I'm really proud of these guys. So yeah, it's something special. It's something to be proud of.
All right, so football game coming up this week. As you all know, it is homecoming week. So, what does that mean? Friday night, senior night, right, guys? Senior night, Friday night. No, is it not senior night?
No, no. Senior night is for soccer Thursday night. Football is seniors night is not until we play Western. That date is October the 9th on a Friday.
Yeah, that's on me, guys. But still, homecoming week, Friday night. We play Bishop Brossart, but that doesn't mean you skip out the soccer game. We'll talk about that in here in a minute. But let's just take a look at Bishop Brossart. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong, but they actually their same record as us right now, 2-3. They won a close game and absolutely killed St. Henry District 55-3, but they lost to Sayre, which is the defending 1A state champions, only by 3. So that's a pretty good game if you ask me. Uh I mean, they don't look like a horrible squad. Let's just check their stats. So currently as a team they've ran for 864 yards with Landon Spalding with 767 of those. Definitely a key factor. He's averaging 153. Oh, that's passing. That's on me. That's passing. Sorry, but he's averaging 153 passing yards a game with 6 total touchdowns. And on the ground, looks like they don't run the ball that much with only 307 rushing yards in 5 games, and they've only ran for 4 rushing touchdowns, just about 60 yards a game. Now receiving,
So we can tell that they are a ball in the air type of team.
yeah, it looks like they kind of spread it out. They have 864 total receiving yards with Nicholas Cozy. He's so far leading the team with 282 yards, but only has 1 touchdown. And then Landon Ruth, second on the team with 180 with 2 touchdowns. Isaac Amon, 116 yards, 1 touchdown. Bentley McKenzie, 77 yards, 1 touchdown. So I mean, they don't look like a bad team. Look like they'll air it out some, but it looks like they have problems getting in the end zone when it comes to close games, to be honest. And it looks like they have to rely on their defense, but their defense, I mean, they've forced 6 fumbles already this year, which that's pretty good. And they've already had 5 interceptions in 5 games. So, I mean, looks like their defense is going to be what they rely on, especially because most of their games have been low scoring. They've allowed 7 one game, 8 one game, 3 one game, 13 one game. But then last week, it looks like they fell apart and let 30 up. So hopefully this next week, they're still struggling like it seems like they were last week. But I mean, looks like they've got a really good defense. But as y'all know, we do have a very, very good offense. So hopefully we can tear them apart. So now let's move to soccer. Senior night Thursday. How are we feeling, Louis?
We're feeling good. It's gonna be a tough opponent. We got Paul Lawrence Dunbar. They're usually a powerhouse when it comes to soccer. So it'd be a tough game, but I feel confident in our guys that we can come out on top. But yeah, it will be a tough game.
Yeah. For sure, for sure. I remember we played them last year, right? When they were like, what were they, number 1 in the state? They're somewhere around there. They're 5th last year. And what we were winning at, we were winning, right? We won. Well, it looks like they're at, man, I see a lot of ties on their schedule.
So it doesn't really have a full. They look like they don't haven't played a lot of games this season yet. I mean, we're 5-6, and they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're 7-3. Okay,
7-3-1.
7-3 and 4. Which I mean, I guess that makes them an all right team, but they're not. I don't think they're ready for the Colts. Do they got a stat line here? Let's see. The last game. Let's see the stat report here. Let's see. Well, this year they have a combined total of 30 goals scored out of what is that? 14 games already. Which are sounds like pretty high numbers to me. I mean, if I don't know, I mean, I know a little bit about soccer, but 30 goals.
Around 2 games.
That's
Yeah, that's
pretty good. Their goalkeeper saves. They have a combined team of 48, but looks like their starter Diego Martinez has 39 saves, which also means that if you look at it this way, that their defense doesn't really hold the other team's offense up if they're getting the ball down the field that much, and their goalie has to work that much. So could mean a easy advantage for us if we can get the ball down the field to their goalie.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Now let's check out some of our stats. We haven't caught up on soccer in a minute, but soccer, as y'all know, it's been probably our best sport the past 2 or 3 years, going to state and winning 2A state. So let's check on this. So far, Drew Dietz leading our team in scoring with 6 goals. Pretty good. Bryson Wechter coming in at second with 3, Dylan Clemens with 3, Chase Walters 2, Gavin Cummins 2, and Griffin Cummins 2. And you, Louis, my man, 2 goals. And TJ has 2. But let's as we know, Cooper was hurt and had miss a game with a red card, right? So through 11 games, Cooper has 129 saves. That's amazing. He's averaging right under 12 saves a game. Oh, he's allowed 17 goals through 11 games, but it kind of seems like he's getting beat up back there. So he's averaging about 1.5 goal a game. He has 3 shutouts though. But freshman Jordan Glass looks like through his 4 games, he did the job when he needed to come in. 20 saves, five saves a game, 5 goals allowed, and 1.2 goal average. And he had 1 shutout, which freshman, it's pretty good. What's been your opinion on soccer team? Like, what do you think we could do better, and what do you think we have done good?
So I think the things that we've done good at is really getting down the field and scoring some goals. Drew Dietz, he's been doing a great job. 6 goals, obviously. But I think like our most key point has been our goalkeeping. Our goalkeeping has been amazing with Cooper Pryor, obviously, and even Jordan Glass coming in when Cooper's been out with red cards or injuries. You know, yeah. So I think in the next few years, the Sales can really look forward to having a solid goalkeeper when Cooper's gone. Some things that we could do better on, though, I think is just our defensive line. To be honest, I think that we can shore up our defensive line a little bit. Take a breather, and I think that would lead to some better scores. So yeah, but I think the soccer team has been really exciting so far this season. I think we can build on this. So yeah, I'm really excited coming into the district tournament and the region tournament. So yeah.
All right. So moving on to the next segment, we're gonna do some college pick'ems.
Start off with let's start off with Georgia Tech and Wake Forest. Saturday, 12 o'clock noon. Who do you got, Landon?
Georgia Tech. I think Georgia Tech will absolutely blow Wake Forest out of the water. Georgia Tech's quarterback, Haynes King, probably the best quarterback in the ACC right now. So I don't think this will be a close one. Give me Georgia Tech.
I'm gonna go Georgia Tech too. Their quarterback looks solid. Their defense is pretty good too.
I would also have to pick number 16 ranked Georgia Tech as well. Their quarterback, like Landon said, he's pretty good in the ACC. One of the top quarterbacks in the ACC, if not the top quarterback in the ACC. And like Lewis said, their defense is pretty solid. So I'm gonna have to go with Georgia Tech. Next game is let's do Oregon and Penn State. Yeah, number 6 Oregon and number 3 Penn State on Saturday at 7 o'clock at 7:30. Who we got, Landon?
Not gonna lie, Oregon's gonna blow Penn State out the water. Penn State's never good. They just win bad games, so expect Oregon to blow Penn State out of the water.
I'm going with Penn State. I'm a big fan of Drew Aller. Their offense looks good. Their running back, The running back room is probably one of the best in the nation. Defense is always solid, so give me Penn State.
I'm also gonna have to go Penn State here. I'm not gonna lie. Drew Aller with 626 passing yards, and their running back, Allen, he's working the ball really good and running the ball. And one of their top receivers, Trevor Pena, 166 yards. So I'm gonna have to go with Penn State here. Let's see what our next game takes us to. Let's go with. Let's go with LSU and Ole Miss. LSU played pretty good last time, but I don't think they're as of in my sight, one of the top teams, but they are pretty good. So who do you got?
Uh, I mean, this is a hard one for me. Both quarterbacks were hyped up this offseason. Neither one of them lived up to the hype. But I'm also gonna have to take LSU. I mean, unlike Ole Miss's QB, he has experience. LSU's quarterback, so I'm gonna take him. Although he's almost at like 1K yards around the year. So I'm gonna take LSU. Probably like I'm gonna say 31-21. LSU takes the dub.
I'm gonna have to go LSU too. Like Landon said, I think Garrett Nussmeier has a big game. I think head coach Brian Kelly leads him to a dub.
With that being said, I'm gonna have to go with Ole Miss. Give me Ole Miss. I'm gonna go with the underdog out of here of these two guys. So just give me Ole Miss. I'm just gonna stick with that, and hopefully that Ole Miss pulls it out. Now let's go to this game. This is probably one of the biggest rivalries out there. I don't know about, well, maybe not anymore with Nick Saban being gone, but let's go with Alabama, number 17 ranked Alabama, and number 5 Georgia.
It's maybe a crazy take without Nick Saban, but I think roll tide. I think Alabama's gonna win this one. I think it'll be a close one. Honestly, just think after what happened first week losing to Florida State, I think Alabama's gonna come for it all right now, and I'm expecting them to win this game. I mean, their past two games, they put up 73 points. I know it wasn't on a good team, but I mean, still 73 is always good. And then last week put up 38 on Wisconsin. Wisconsin's not a strong team, but I mean, I'm feeling like something's clicking with this Alabama team, and they will show it on Saturday against Georgia.
I think Georgia's gonna win in a close game though. Alabama hasn't looked too strong in the beginning, and I think just coming into Georgia in that atmosphere, I don't think this is their year to do it.
I am gonna have to pick Georgia Bulldogs as well. Go Bulldogs. Putting up 40. It was a close game against Tennessee, 44-41. But they still pulled out with the W going into overtime with the missed field goal Tennessee attempt. But I think Georgia is the stronger part of the team here. Gunner Stockton, 720 yards of the year so far, and a total team passing yards 261, and averaging around 209 rushing yards this year, and also averaging 39 and a half points per game as well. Now, boys, let's go to this game, which is going to be actually a great game this week because I feel like every time we play them, they're kind of our kryptonite, and we can never hardly pull the win. Now, let's go with Louisville and Pitt.
So, with the reports coming out yesterday with Duke Watson and Isaac Brown being questionable on Saturday, I don't know how I'm feeling. I feel like we'll catch the dub, but it's going to be a really hard game without Isaac Brown and Duke Watson. Say they don't play because they both are messing with some lower leg stuff right now. So if they play, I feel like we'll win by a couple scores, maybe 2 or 3 if we play good. But without him, we're going to need Miller Moss to step up in a big way that he just hasn't shown yet this year. So if Miller Moss steps up, I feel like that'll be a turning point in our season. But I don't know how he's gonna do, especially if he doesn't have Isaac Brown or Duke Watson to lean back on. And this is really his first big game, if you call it a big game, for Miller Moss coming from USC. So we'll see how this goes. I think Louisville will catch a dub. I think it'll just be a harder fought game than it should be.
Yeah, I think the Cards are going to come out on top, but it's going to be a tough game. They're going to have to rely on their passing game. I think Miller Moss is going to have a big game for Louisville to be able to win. But I think he's got it in him. Watching him back in his USC days, like, he could really throw the ball. So I think he's got it in him. I think he can have a big game.
I'm also, no doubt, picking the Cards on top to pull this one out. Rough couple starts these past couple games against James Madison and Bowling Green, but coming out with the dub, obviously. But like Landon said, with two key factors of our offense, and might hurt us a lot. Miller Moss is definitely going to have to step up his game, and Chris Bell, you put him back as a running back. Jeff Braun, maybe he'll run the ball better than we think. No, but keep him as wide receiver. Hopefully, Chris Bell step his game up a little bit too as well this week. I do feel like the Cards will come out on top, though. It will be a hard fought game. It's going to be harder than usual because it's going to be at Pitt as well, and not a really good atmosphere for Louisville. But I think that, and hopefully that we will get the dub at noon. Uh, Other than that, that's it for the college games of the week. Good podcast today, boys. Just wraps everything up for the week. Hope everybody stay tuned, listening. Go Colts, and come out on Friday night to support the football team, and Thursday night for the senior night for against Dunbar for the soccer team as well. Yeah, thank you for tuning in.
Thank you.
Thank you, and go Colts.